Okay everybody, welcome back to another weekly replay with me, Hijack, and today I'm going to give you a double replay of the VK100.01 Super Heavy Tank from the German tech tree. Now this tank has a ton of armor and a pretty decent gun, and as you can see by the look of it, it's got carpet, which is something that not every tank can have. In any case, the one good thing about this tank, other than its armor, is its angles. It's got pretty impressive angles on its flat sides, which allow you to bounce a whole pile of shots. This map is Ensk, and it is an all tier 8 match, so we got pretty good matchmaking to start off. Now, I play this tank very rarely. I was going up the tech tree for it, and the reason I went up the tech tree for it was because I wanted it as a tank to do those nasty bouncing damage missions that you get in the second campaign front. So I've already finished the campaign for the Excalibur, and I'm working on the Chimera at this point, and I hate those missions with a passion. So I thought I'd play this one. I actually played two back-to-back matches. Well, they weren't exactly back-to-back. There were days, 1 day or 2 days apart. And I hadn't played this tank in a very long time, and this turned out to be quite an exceptional result, which is why I'm featuring it and its counterpart on this video for today, episode 52. I believe I've already made 52 of them. Time is going by. So anyways, let's get back to the match. So you can see I took a one shot of damage on that, or I dished out one shot of damage onto that E75 TS, and now I'm getting spotted and running around this map. I don't care for this map too much due to the fact that it's really small. And there's a nice penetrating shot from the Progetto, who's got 3, so I got to angle myself, and there you go. You see the bouncing there? That's what this tank is good at, is bouncing those shots by driving at angles. Never drive perpendicular to another vehicle. You always kind of angle yourself. You keep your turret locked. You can bounce all kinds of stuff. So there's the Progetto. He comes out, and I hit him for once for 459, and I take the big shot of damage from somebody, but I also bounced 750 from that Rheinmetall Wolfentrager B there, and I'm getting surrounded. So there's I guess 3 behind me. There's a WZ120 off, so you can see I'm perpendicular to them, so they're going to pen every single time. So I'm going to fall back because I felt I was getting a little bit too in trouble, as I'm now down to less than half my hit points. But all is not lost. Just pay attention and watch what happens. So the Progetto is there within 90 meters of me though, or so. I'm spotted. There's the M4A1 Revelarice. And, well, we're going to see what we can do here. So I've moved over to the 3 line, and there's some shots. The Revelarice makes the mistake of backing into me, and I bounce. Poor RNG on my part, which really sucked because I had his complete ass, like all his backside to me. So I'm trying to angle myself so he doesn't shoot me. I've reloaded. He bounces. I miss my shot because, yeah, just poor timing on that part. So you can see that I'm rocking back and forth, trying to make it impossible for them to move while I'm reloading. And then once I'm reloaded, then I turn my turret because they can pen these front cheeks of the turret really, really easily. So you got to make sure you always angle the sides, because you can see how nice and angled those are up the sides. That will help bounce a lot of shots. So there's a Charioteer nearby, and what do we got here? If anybody's wondering what that is, that's from the Aslan's mod pack, which I am using. It's a nice little mod pack. I decided to try it out, and I've been enjoying it ever since. So I'm going to try and sneak a shot on this Charioteer. He bounces off my upper plate, and I plop one in him for 447 damage. So I'm already at 2.5k blocked damage, and I've almost done 2,000 damage with 500 assists, which is pretty good for somebody who doesn't play this tank very well. So we got the Charioteer there, boom, 71 damage, takes him out of the game. T28 prototype strolls out from around the corner, and I'm getting shot in the ass by a WZ120. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't go after the prototype, but I guess he's dead, so it doesn't really matter at this point. 170 takes a shot at me, and I take him out of the match as well. So that's 4 kills. Wow, I have not been paying attention to how many kills I've gotten so far in this match. Team's up 11-7, so it's pretty much a win at this point. Next target, I believe, is that Rheinmetall. I guess I should say it properly. Oh, no, he gets taken out. And there's the VK100 on the enemy team. And yeah, you can see how I'm on perpendicular to his side, which means a pen shot every single day of the week. Lower plate. He's angled a bit. You can see it's changed now. And there we go. Lower plate. Managed to pen him with lower plate there. And yeah, so now it's 14-7. So we've handily won this match. And it's now 15-7. We won 2.7k damage, 2.5k blocked, and 479 assist. So at the end of that all, I got Master Badge First Class, not the first time. And we got Fighter for the 4 kills, Shellproof for bouncing so much damage, Duelist, Fire for Effect, and Lucky. Or Hand of God, sorry. Hand of God. So I get 9 damaging shots, 5 kills, and 2.7k damage. So not a bad match at all. Let's go to the next one. So this next video we are on, or this next replay I should say, we're on Erlenberg, and it's a 8-7-6 matchmaking. So this is even better matchmaking than the previous one. So since we're top tier and we're in a super heavy, the best option for me to do is to go down the center line, the 5 line here through the city where you're going to meet up with all the other heavies. And that is important because if I go anywhere else, I'm basically leaving the center open for the rest of the enemy team to just take over and eliminate the team one by one. So I'm going to drive through here down the river road and see what I can do. Now, this tank, as you can see, has one glaring weak spot, and that is this cupola here on the top. And that cupola is very poor due to the fact that as soon as you poke it anywhere, if I poke on the right or the left side of, or the right side of the tank it would be, because it would show, people are going to pen that every day. And you'll see them try to pen it a lot. But if you continually rock like I was doing in the last match and angle and stuff like that, people can't necessarily hit it. So it's going to be hard to hit once you're moving constantly. So it's definitely something you need to keep in mind when you're playing this vehicle. So I'm trying to get some shots on the field there, over in the 9 and 0 areas. And as you can see, there's nobody there. So we're going to move forward and see what else we can get. There's a Cheeto just around the corner up ahead. So I'm going to try and get a shot on him if he pokes himself out again. And keeping ever vigilant on the field because they can shoot me through the gaps in the buildings. And the last thing I want to do is get shot, because the less hit points I have later in the match, the worse it is. So there's an IS-2S driving down the opposite river road, and he's going to come out to a gap right here, and I'm going to see if I can get shots into him. And his turret is very squishy, as you can see there, for a nice 458 points of damage. I do happen to get spotted, but it's okay. I can fall back and reload. I've got some hard cover here. Now the IS-2S, it was a reward tank, and it's not very good. It's okay, but it's not great. So he's going to try and poke again on that corner. So I am spotted. I am in the open. So I am arty bait for sure. Artillery will definitely try to shoot me. And now I've got those 2 tanks in front of me, the 45 TP and the Cheeto. Okay, the 45 TP was taken out. So I've just got the Cheeto in front of me to my right. And I'm trying to get this IS-2S to poke backwards on me so I can take him out. So I'm poking, I'm angled, here's his turret, boom, take another 423 points of damage. He's now down to pretty much just a sliver of health left. So things are looking good for me, not so much for him. Still have to worry about that Cheeto though, as the friendly tank that was beside me there has been taken out. And we have our friendly IS-2S, he's poking up there too. So the Cheeto is down to a 1 shot, and I'm thinking at this point that I'm going to push on him because he's down. He's keeping me spotted, and the IS-2S I don't think is going to poke on me now with that other 2 tanks on our side of the road. So I'm going to maneuver my way slowly around these tanks, these wrecked tanks, because yeah, this tank is not a fast mover. Cheeto was caught not looking in my direction, as that Scorpion there had him distracted, and I took shot from artillery in return for my nice lovely kill. Worth a whole 62 hit points. The IS-2S is falling back, so I'm going to try and get to a position. I'm getting to a position here to shoot him through the gap in the building because I can see him. And obviously there's rubble in the way, so I wasn't quite the path I was thinking he was taking. But all is not lost. We have, we're down 3-6 at this point, so I'm hoping that we can return this around. As you can see, the enemy team has pushed up and broken through on the 9-0, so they control that, whereas we control the 1-2 lanes. It's just the middle that's still being contested. So I'm going to be the smart tanker here and turn around and head back to defend the base along with all my compatriots that are sitting here in the center of the map. So while falling back, I noticed this Canaverin and I managed to shoot him for 140 damage, and I get some spotting assist on him as well. So 425 damage, not 140. I got 140 spotting assist. So I'm going to move forward because I do have to worry about those tanks over on the A0, A889 area, because that is going to cause problems for us. And I want to make sure I can get to a position to help defend, because they're going to push. They have the advantage. They're up 5 to 6. They have a 1 tank advantage. Poking out on the river there, I get spotted, but no shots come my way, so I'm going to be a little bit brave and hope that nothing shoots me. Then I notice the Canaverin area is poking on that house, and he does have a nice shot on me, but for some reason he didn't fire. But he's playing it a little cagey, and I'm going to see if I can wait him out. SU-100 and the M41 GF90, and they both die, so we're okay. So now we've got the Super Hellcat up on the ridge there. I'm going to auto aim. I get a nice shot and a miss. Good thing RNG is so smart. And now he's going to wait for the reload. So he hits me for once, bounces for 240 damage, so not a big deal. Super Hellcat's going to have a hard time penetrating me at any point in the game, even with premium rounds, unless he hits my cupola or lower plate. And even at that point, it's going to be a stretch. Then I notice this nice, what is that? It's a T-43 driving out in the open of the field. He gets tracked at the right spot as I was leading him, and then take him out for 406 damage. That was pure luck. There was no skill involved in that, because if he had stopped any one more second shorter than where he did, I would have totally missed. So a little bit of luck on my side there. So far, 1,700 damage, 240 bounced, and 832 assists. So not as good as the last time, but I also haven't taken as many shots as last time. So I haven't needed to bounce that much damage. So with that said, we're now up 10 to 8. The game isn't over quite yet, but we do have map control, as we've got 2/3 of the map, and they've only got the one side of the map. So I'm just gonna push through here, and we're gonna see where I can go. I'm gonna try and I think move in towards where that SU-100 is, down at the bottom of the map, and see if I can't spot some people, maybe spot artillery or one of those camping TDs in the back. I do notice the M4A3E2 is being bullied by our IS-2S, so I'm hoping that that shouldn't be a problem. IS-2S is definitely the stronger of the two tanks, and yeah, he's gone. So nothing to worry about now. We've basically contained any rushes going into the base. Now, as I mentioned before in this video, this tank is slow. Top speed of 20 kilometers per hour. As you can see, that's what I'm traveling. Very slow. And it's considered a super heavy, so it's not, if it was going fast, it would be overpowered. So my main concern right now, I'm out in the open right here. Very bad if I get spotted, because Artie's just going to mess me up. So I'm trying to get to an Artie safe cover position, because usually the Artie will camp over back where the Canaverin is, and I spot the Canaverin. Or maybe I don't spot him. Somebody spot him. And I'm going to see if I can get to a nice position to shoot him while he's still spotted. And yeah, there we go. So I spot him, or he's lit, but I had a silhouette, but no shots. Sometimes I would take that shot even though he went dark, and sometimes I wouldn't, but I'm going to try and see if I can move in a little bit further and get to a better position. Now it's now 11-9, so we still have a 2-tank advantage, but that can easily change in an instant. So let's try to be smart about this, shall we? Let's see, what am I thinking? What am I thinking right here? I'm thinking artillery needs to be somewhere nearby here, usually camping the 0 lane. And there we go. I spot the M43. He spots me back. He's turning to fire. Canaverin hits me for 150 but bounces. He hits my front plate at a steep angle. I hit the Artie, leaving him on 32 hit points. So that was a low roll of 368. Artie stuns me for 254 damage. I missed my second shot thanks to being stunned. SU-100, 600 damage? What? Oh, that was the rolling total. So the Canaverin and the Super Canaverin bounced me. The SU-100 bounced me. And I decided to leave the Artie on his 32 hit points and continue on. So let's see here. We're 12-9, so we're 5-3 at this point. There's the Canaverin. I hit him for 458. It's nice to finally high roll. He bounces because he's got a crappy gun and can't pen me. SU-100 hits me for 300 with HE, which doesn't count for blocked shots, which is fine. I don't know why he's shooting HE at that point. And there's another one, bounced for 600 damage. I have no idea why he's shooting HE at me. There's a third one, totaling 900 damage. So, his mistake, and I'm just going to zoom in, and he gets taken out by our T-34-100, and that ends the match. So once again, I got high caliber and steel wall for that match with a total of 2,879 points of damage. Only 3 kills that time, and it was only worth a Master Badge second class. But in any case, a good match nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up just down below the video there. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please click the subscribe. Don't forget, I do this each and every Sunday, and I also broadcast on Twitch every Tuesday night and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Hope to see you again soon. Take care.